Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome to my show Face the Facts. Alhamdulillah, I'm here with a special guest today for all of you, and obviously the show is entitled Al-Aqsa Part 2. We did do Part 1 a while ago, but obviously it was new setup, etc. So my guest this evening is going to be the CEO of First Qibla Tours. He provides trips to the Blessed Lands, and so I think it's that time to introduce him. Assalamu alaikum, Mohammed Shaifiq. How are you?
Thank you very much again.
Welcome to my show again. This time we're going to run through a lot of questions.
Of course.
You know that yourself.
Of course.
Yeah. And obviously, before we go into the questions, I'm just going to mention a few sponsors who have been with us at this moment in time.
Without sponsors,
so number one is yourself, First Qibla Tours. Alhamdulillah. Number two, we've got First Stop Vehicle Solutions, who are with us as well. We've also got Long Ridge Executive Travel, they're with us as well. And so companyforsale.co.uk, they're with us as well. And SG9 Security, they're with us as well. So thank you very much for coming on board. Right, Mohammed Shaifiq, how's your day been?
Alhamdulillah.
I'm going to call you Shaf, because I know you're Shaf, yeah? First of all, we're going to start into how did your journey begin?
Like I've told you many times in the scene, and obviously people that ask that question are from a dream.
Yeah.
I had a dream I was praying Isha Namaz in Masjid Al-Aqsa.
MashaAllah.
And so that was the call. And I tried to find ways of going to visit Al-Aqsa. And there were some organisations I spoke to, but I wasn't satisfied with their sort of replies and responses.
Right.
So I decided to go myself.
MashaAllah.
So obviously my son came, his teacher came, two of my mates came with me as well. And they said, you going, we're going to come with you. But I knew nothing about the place. Not a single hadith or what's out there.
Nothing at all.
But we just went. And alhamdulillah, I think it was one of the best decisions I ever did.
Was it not nerve-wracking for you, or thinking what's going to happen?
Yeah, at first it was like, we're going to get there, we're going to get there. Similar to what everybody else thinks now, but then after the first visit, I've been to Hajj after that.
Yeah.
And then I had a vision about Al-Aqsa again.
MashaAllah.
So I decided to put a few posters out and see what response I get. And alhamdulillah, 3 brothers wanted to come.
MashaAllah.
And I took 3 brothers at that time.
Fantastic.
And realised that, you know what, this needs full dedication here.
Yeah.
Because, it's all about the awareness.
Absolutely.
And which obviously, alhamdulillah, you from the UCTV have,
absolutely, yeah, because the first time
completely out of your ways to get this awareness on board.
Absolutely.
And alhamdulillah, may Allah give you the barakah for putting this effort in, yourself and your team.
You're a local brother, and I know you for a while, and obviously I thought it was something to do, something different.
The awareness is very important, Naseem.
Yeah, see, people don't understand that. People think awareness, I know we're going off the subject, people think that what they need to do is, as soon as you market your company or advertise your company, that they need to get hits or get phone calls. You may get a phone call, you may not.
It's about making people aware as well, Naseem.
Absolutely.
What you don't know, what they're not aware of. Obviously, whatever I mention, whatever information I give, is from the experience.
Absolutely.
Are you with me? It's not just off textbook or Chinese whispers. I will tell you what the fact is.
Absolutely.
The good or the bad, it's there.
Jazakallah for that. So when you first arrived there, did you not think, obviously the food halal?
Yeah, but again, I was aware of some Palestinian brothers in Blackburn who I spoke to,
Right.
and said, don't worry about any food-wise, you won't have an issue. And alhamdulillah, they were 100% correct. Halal food is everywhere.
Mashallah.
You know.
So it's not a problem getting halal food then?
No.
That's very good. Are we allowed to visit non-Muslim sites if Muslims go?
Are we allowed to visit non-Muslim sites? Yes, we are.
Right.
The 3 Abrahamic faith sites, of course you can. No
Just
more.
Enlighten us a bit
You've
more.
got the Western Wall,
Yeah.
which is the crucial place for the Jewish faith.
Mashallah.
You visit the Western Wall. We explain the history for that place as well.
Yeah.
And you know, there's similarities in the scene.
Yeah.
When we go to masjid, you've got partition for the men and the women to be separate.
Yeah.
And when we go to the Western Wall, it's equally the same. You've got partition, separate location for the women
Yeah.
and separate for the men. But you only see that when you get there.
Right.
And then obviously the way we have our ritual, wuzu,
Yeah.
they have theirs as well.
Right. See, the good thing about our channel is, I'm not being rude, but obviously we have to check,
Yeah.
you know, if we get comments and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I know you've got
don't-
some questions
Yeah,
from last show
absolutely.
as
I've
well.
got a full
So,
list.
no, that's fine. That's what we're here
Yeah.
for.
Because I want the people, and many people have mentioned to me last time that, you know, ask this, do this, do that. And obviously, we touched upon that before, but I'm going to touch on with Mohammed Shaifiq myself today.
And then the other one, the Church of Holy Sepulchre, where according to the Christian faith, Jesus, peace be upon him, was crucified. But obviously, there's a difference of opinion with Islam and Christian
So there's a
faith.
lot of history, we know there. Yeah. So are we allowed to visit non-Muslim sites? You should answer that question. Can we ask questions when visiting other religion sites to the person in charge? So, like, you know, you have your group leader, or you have the person who leads the tour.
Yeah.
So
Obviously, I'm the group leader,
Yeah.
and we have a guide with us. So obviously, you can ask us any questions.
Right.
Asking.
So the
Or
guide-
are you referring
yeah.
to the people who are in charge of the places?
Yeah, can you ask them the
Right,
question,
okay.
or is it best asking the guide?
Obviously, you ask us the questions, but if you
Because obviously
feel-
you're familiar yourself with a lot of things.
if you feel you want to speak to somebody from the sites itself,
Yeah.
but then obviously it's a matter of seeing if they're available, number one.
Yeah,
And it's not just walking into a town and speaking to a shop manager,
yeah,
and they are busy.
Yeah.
If they're available, obviously we can say, right, XYZ wants to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
But most likely all the questions will be answered.
yeah,
But it's all subjective ability, to be honest with you.
yeah,
Nassim.
absolutely.
You know, sometimes, you know, the priests are free.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can have a quick chat with them. But we usually give you all the information that you need while you're there as well.
Now, obviously, last time when you went, we did a little, what do you call it, a tour,
Yeah.
a filming on tour
Yeah.
about your days in
That
Al-Aqsa,
was amazing.
etc. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Now, many people asked me questions on that as well, and one of
Okay.
the questions was, can they bring the water back from the well of Jacob?
Yeah, you can.
From
As long as you
Yaqub
take your
alayhi
bottle. But the thing is, obviously, when we go on EasyJet,
Yeah,
it's direct flight, and you're only allowed to take your cabin size luggage with you.
yeah,
But if you want to bring the water bottle, you'll have to book in check-in luggage.
yeah.
That's the only thing you have to.
So, if you're going to Jerusalem, for example, can you go on your own, or do you have to go with a group?
if you go with a group, it's advisable,
Mm.
but you can go on your own as long as there's 4 or 5 of you.
So you
Individuals.
can't. So basically, individually you can't, but you have to go as a group.
Yeah, you have to go on your own.
That's fine.
Sorry, without being on your own.
Right. In case I'll get to the rest
Yeah.
of the stuff. And can we visit Masjid Al-Aqsa any time, or is it just for namaz?
No, you can visit Al-Aqsa anytime, but after Isha is closed.
Right.
After Isha is closed for
Right.
nobody, but then start opening up at your time.
And
it's
children
open
are
to-
allowed to come with you on the trip.
Yeah, brother. Yes.
No
we
problem
have
at
taken
all.
families and children, and they loved it.
Yeah, I've seen that myself. But
And you see children playing on Al-Aqsa as well. on the
absolutely,
Ram Sheikh.
absolutely. So moving on from that, watching on social media and on the normal standard media that you get,
Yeah.
of all the fighting and the attacks that are going on in Palestine,
Yeah.
this raises a lot of questions
Okay.
amongst many Muslims,
Okay.
So Al-Aqsa is under occupation. So
Okay.
why should we visit? What's your input on this?
You
Take your
know,
time.
that's a very strong question and a good question.
Yeah, thank you.
Whoever's asked that.
Yeah.
The thing is,
That's my
Nassim-
question, by the
Is
way.
that your question? Could have warned me about it. Right. The thing is, Nassim, we have to look at the practical side of things here.
Yeah.
Our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when they did Umrah, Makkah Sharif was under control of the non-Muslims,
Yeah.
but they did Umrah Sharif.
Yeah.
Okay? And then Al-Aqsa, on the night of Miraj, and all the Anbiyas prayed namaz behind him,
Yeah.
was under the control of the Crusaders.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look at these two events,
Yeah.
the answer is there itself.
Absolutely.
Okay, number one. Second, at the Prophet's time, there were many hadiths given.
Yeah.
Go and visit Masjid al-Aqsa. None of these hadiths says, or if it's under occupation or if it's controlled by non-Muslims, don't go.
Yeah.
Okay? And then obviously there's another hadith that says when you go to Umrah or Hajj, wear your hiram from Masjid al-Aqsa and proceed to the sacred mosque.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It does not say anything only if it's under the control of Muslims.
Right.
So our brothers and sisters really need to
Tell them that. Yeah.
really need to get that out of their mind.
Right.
Yeah. Visit Al-Aqsa. You have the opportunity as British passport holders, American passport holders, and European. Now, you know the Palestinians from the West Bank, they cannot visit Al-Aqsa.
Right.
They have to apply once they hit the age of 55.
Right.
So how lucky are we, Nasib?
Very lucky.
We're okay to fly to Dubai, Pakistan, India,
Absolutely.
but when it comes to Al-Aqsa, they want to make excuses.
Yeah, they don't want to go.
But just look, the people that live there,
Yeah.
even in Jerusalem, can't visit Al-Aqsa. They have to apply when they're 55. And we fly from England and we visit Al-Aqsa with it.
Look at that. Kismat wale hain hum.
But do we appreciate that?
Many don't, I would say. Many don't appreciate that, no.
There's so much negativity news being shared.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of false news gets shared.
Yeah. I mean, recently there was a few issues that were shared. Touch upon them because as soon as I saw your messages, you were saying it's not true because you found out it's not true. Because obviously you have links there.
Yeah.
You have people who are there.
Yeah.
So how do you clarify that? I mean, I know we're doing a show today, but people need to understand who do they need to talk to clarify it.
Inboxes.
Simple as that. Inbox.
Simple. Just inbox.
First Qibla Tours,
Tours.
Mohammed Shaifiq.
Or
If you need
inbox
any questions,
UCTV and inshallah
yeah, we'll
try
pass
our
it
best.
on. Yeah.
You know, there's so much false information flying about. For instance, last Friday, people were saying there was a big kickoff in Al-Aqsa, people got injured, fire, nothing like that took place, brother. Nothing whatsoever. And if you remember the video of Ibrahim Halil Masjid,
Yeah.
whoever's made that video said this is the first time it's opened to the Muslims. It's never been opened before.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that was one of them.
Brother,
yeah. And I tagged you in that.
over
post.
6 years, I've been, mashallah, 14, 15 times.
MashaAllah.
Every visit, we have been to the masjid.
Look at that.
So,
Why have they
was
all
this
said that?
video made 30 years ago? I don't know.
Well, there you go. You've heard it from
You know
the
what I
man
mean?
himself. Acha, do you cater for different beliefs from different sects of Islam? Like you hear about people, saying Wahhabis, Hanafis, Sunnis, etc. Do you cater for anybody? Can they go with you, or do they have to necessarily be a part of a sect?
No, our service is open to everybody.
There you go.
Whoever's
Fantastic.
prepared to pay the bill can come aboard.
MashaAllah, that's really good. Because
You
then
know, there's no-
they have an experience. Because we all
Yeah,
Muslims
we
at the
don't
end
want
of the day.
anyone putting any division within the group.
Right.
That is one thing I make clear.
Perfect.
We treat everybody equally, regardless what sect they're from.
Perfect.
But if anybody does try to cause any problems within the group,
Yeah.
we'll remove it.
MashaAllah, very good.
Really.
That's absolutely fantastic. Do you do a collection for Palestine privately or through a charity? That's first thing. And secondly, it incorporate. So does it incorporate into your tour, charity videos, etc.? Now I know the answer to that, but I'd like you to
we're not a charity organisation.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're a business.
Yeah.
Okay, so charity-wise, what I do advise people is again a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Go and visit Masjid Al-Aqsa."
Subhanallah.
And one of the companions said, "Ya Rasulullah, what about if we can't?" And the Prophet ﷺ's reply was in the hadith Mar, "Give charity,
Subhanallah. Yeah.
and you will be indeed rewarded as if you're giving it yourself."
Yeah.
So the advice I give to people is, if you can't visit and you've got people going, give them the money.
Yeah.
Or, try your best to visit Al-Aqsa
Yeah.
and give the money within your hands.
Absolutely.
Your own hands are the best
Yeah.
to give that charity. So 100% is donated.
Absolutely, like they say, one hand shouldn't know you're giving the other hand.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
obviously,
give it yourself.
if they're going with yourself, they can
Yeah.
give whatever they want.
Yeah, they put it in the box. put the charity
To the
money.
you advise to get
yeah.
to the shops because the gharib people there,
Yeah,
poor
they can
people.
do the shopping.
You know, they
I
struggle.
mean, the shopkeepers, the mainly people there don't want your money.
Yeah.
They just want you to visit
Right.
Jerusalem, visit Al-Aqsa,
Yeah.
and spend your money in their shops.
Perfect.
They want to earn the money. They don't want to just sit there and pocket it.
Yeah.
You know, but like anywhere in the world, you will get the odd beggars.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the shopkeepers, this is the clear message. Come
Absolutely.
and visit us.
Absolutely.
The thing is, Nassim, if Muslims don't visit Al-Aqsa, who is?
Yeah.
Aqsa will stay empty.
Absolutely.
And then by visiting Al-Aqsa, obviously you're doing your shopping at the shops,
Yeah.
and you are obviously helping them to support their household as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it works in quite different wonders here.
Yeah, we're just going to go to a short break now for sponsors. So, inshallah, we'll be right back after that break and we'll continue with the interview. Yeah, we're back. Alhamdulillah, we're back again. Hope everybody had a little tea break there, or a little wee break, as you can call it. I was going to say to you, Shapa, before I move on to you, I think, do you ever use Brownhill taxis to go to the airport?
Yes, I do. Yes.
I mentioned that because they're one of our sponsors. I don't think I'm not mentioning it, so I'm waiting for the right moment and say, do you use them?
Yeah, Brownhill taxis.
Anyway, coming back from the break now, have you yourself or your group ever experienced any difficulties at the airport?
No,
Not at all.
nothing. No difficulties whatsoever.
So many people say they go there, this happens, that happens, they get pulled up, XYZ.
Look, security measures in every country,
Yeah.
everybody's got their own way.
Yeah.
Okay? But that's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's just the way everybody operates in that place.
Right.
You comply with it, there's no issues.
So have they never used force on you or any of your group or
No.
any of the other people?
No,
Not at all.
no, nothing, nothing whatsoever.
All right.
I don't know where people get this from, brother.
Right.
I just don't know.
Okay. Going forward, right? I know there's a biblical trip in the plans for the non-Muslims.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously I spoke to a few people as well, and they want to
Inshallah.
come on board, right?
Inshallah, yeah.
But can Muslims also join that trip with them if they wanted to?
Of course. Of
And
course.
how many would you have in a group? So like six each, or seven each? Or?
I mean, it doesn't have to
Terrible.
be, 50%
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say to our Muslims is, if you do come on a mixed group trip, do not cause conflict, because obviously you are coming on a trip where there's other faiths involved, and you have to respect their opinion as well.
Yeah.
We will have a different belief to what they have.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so it's not about arguing with each other.
Yeah.
Understand where they're coming from. It's what they've been taught.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just like we have our belief,
Yeah.
and obviously we don't want anybody arguing with us in our belief, do we?
No.
So
you don't.
just respect and gain respect. That's the only thing I can.
If anybody's got any questions whilst we're on here, You can put your questions on the comments box on our Facebook page. Yeah, so bear that in mind. What makes you so different from the other tour groups out there?
Because I'm Shaf. Well, again, Naseem, obviously,
because there's plenty of tour groups out there, plenty advertising X, Y, Z, plenty advertising so much money.
We don't
Elaborate.
hide things from our people. Number one, we try to give you the best comfort and luxury within the trip itself, on ground, that is. And also the trips, we spread them over a number of days. We don't, for instance, like 2-day trip, we don't put it in one day, where majority of the organisation, I can say that with hand on my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen it because you've shown us.
Trip in one day.
You've shown us.
How can they do that? Obviously, by cutting the times, cutting the sites out. We won't do that. We'll go that extra mile to show you another ziyarat. Are you with me? Where, say, in the last group, we've taken, for example, 45 ziyarats. I'll try to do for the next group 48 ziyarats. You know, is there anything we missed out? And that's how I'm been building our ziyarat trips.
So does that come into the price, or do they have to pay extra for that, or do you tell them beforehand that look?
Our standard trips, obviously they include Jerusalem itself, Bethlehem, Hebron, Jericho, and then you've got the north side of Palestine, which are additional trips. Why we keep it additional, Naseem? Because obviously there's a lot of travelling involved in the coach. Some people don't want to do too much travelling, so it's an opportunity. If you don't want to do the additional trip, you can stay behind and spend time in Al-Aqsa. And if you want to do the additional trips, they're available as well.
We've just got a question in now. We have a look from Brother Tez. Travel insurance part of the package or purchased separately?
Travel insurance, we recommend everybody takes out their own policies. Obviously, you know your needs and exactly what you need covering. Just take it out online. They're very straightforward to do as well.
There you go.
So obviously, we don't provide the travel insurance.
Question from T. Naseeb. Can individuals go all year round, or is there a certain period?
No, you can go any time of the year, brother. And
sister.
What name was it?
T. Naseeb.
Oh, T. Naseeb. Sorry. I apologise, sister. You can go any time of the year.
It's like nasty the other way around, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah, you think about it. Yeah, you can go any time of the year. The only thing I will say is, obviously, do contact us so we can make all the arrangements for you. You don't have to come in our trip dates. Yes, if you got your own personal preference dates, we can tailor-make your trips.
That's fantastic. So you can tailor-make your dates for you.
Obviously, we got team in Jerusalem, so it's not an issue.
Now we're just going to go to the video now from the Imam of Masjid Al-Aqsa. So just have a quick listen to his message.
From Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa Al-Mubarak, we give our salam to our friends, to our people, Muslim in England. We ask our God every time to give him the power, the iman, and to visit us here in Al-Aqsa Mosque. This is mosque not for Arabs, not for Palestinians, it's for every Muslim in all the land. And our Prophet ﷺ said every Muslim must to visit 3 mosques: Al-Masjid Al-Haram, wa Masjidi Hada, wal Masjid Al-Aqsa. Every Muslim must to visit Al-Aqsa Mosque, because this is the land of the ribat, this is the land for prayers, for prophets. Inshallah, we ask our God every time to give us the patience, to give us the power to stay here in this land. Jazakumullahu khairan, and we thank First Qibla Tours, because they with us now in Al-Aqsa Mosque. We make prayers, Maghrib, and we will make Salat Isha. Now, today is a Friday, we make Khutbah Jumu'ah and Salat Al-Fajr. Alhamdulillah, every time we ask our God to give us the patience to stay here in our land. Thank you very much.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Beautiful message there, beautiful. Shaf, you know him. You've got to know him personally, and over your visits. You're smiling, so just tell us, man.
I can sit with Sheikh Saab all day long and just listen to his beautiful talks.
MashaAllah.
Again, obviously, Sheikh Saab's a very humble person. Many times, obviously, groups have sat with him in a class, and They just sit there and listen to his beautiful talk, and people do ask him some questions at the end,
Yeah.
and he does answer them.
MashaAllah.
Beautiful, like proper scholar questions.
He does. When you went last time, you showed us that he does class as well. He teaches you a little.
He teaches the girls Hafiz girl
MashaAllah.
classes there,
Yeah.
and obviously the group has a class with him. He does a beautiful talk with the group.
MashaAllah.
Obviously subject to time. Sometimes he's only got 10 minutes, or sometimes he actually got half an hour.
Right.
It all depends what time of the year is, and obviously I ring him up, say, right, Sheikh, so we come in this day.
Yeah.
What day are you free? So he'll tell me this day, or if I can't get through to him, when I visit the blessed place, I speak to him and he tells me what day to bring the group in.
See, many people have gone with you on the visits, and obviously they give you good feedback.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, they give you good feedback, and obviously they've said to you themselves that there's some places you've taken us,
Yeah.
what we've not even seen, and one was where Hazrat Isa Islam was in that cave.
Yeah.
So can you just enlighten us with that a little?
That's in Jericho,
Yeah.
Mount Temptation.
MashaAllah.
It's a 10,000-year-old city, they call it,
Right.
the oldest city in the world.
Mm.
Again, I seen the cave. I mean, it's a beautiful place to visit. The development is amazing. You've got restaurants, coffee shops, everything. We actually did wuzu there and prayed our Zohar Salah right on top of the mountains.
MashaAllah.
You got cable cars, so it's
Yeah.
not an issue. Now, in the cave, Hazrat Isa Islam spent 3 months,
MashaAllah.
and they fasted for 30 days.
Yeah.
And one has to think, there's no way we can walk onto that cave.
Yeah.
And then they fasted for 30 days as well. Where did the food come from?
Exactly.
You know, it's something to think about.
Yeah.
And obviously, we were lucky enough to spend time in that cave.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, there was an area where we could pray our namaz.
Yeah.
And whoever went to visit that place, pray the namaz.
There was one specific place where you went to. Was it Hazrat Lut al-Islam?
There you go.
Where you went to in regards to the topic that's been going on a lot in this day and age about LGBT and gays, X, Y, Z. Yeah. You cannot get a pure example than that.
Yeah, Sodom.
Yeah.
City of Sodom. Is
City
called.
of Sodom. Enlighten us a little.
Well, obviously, the original name of the city of Sodom, when at the time was at the Lut al-Islam.
Yeah.
The nation were not following the message, and they were doing the wrong things.
Yeah.
Obviously, which I'm not going to
Yeah,
mention.
yeah, yeah.
There'll be families watching
Yeah,
the
yeah.
program. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent 3 angels.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. First, the angels visited Hazrat Ibrahim al-Islam,
Yeah.
who was Hazrat Lut al-Islam's uncle, to give him a bar that he's going to have a son. After that, the angels were going towards Sodom, and Hazrat Ibrahim al-Islam said, "Why are you going there? Punishment has arrived." And Hazrat Ibrahim al-Islam tried to stop them, in a nice way, because
Yeah.
he's very humble,
Yeah.
very merciful, and they said, "No, we have to follow the order."
Yeah.
So as they were walking towards Sodom, his daughters spotted 3 handsome men, and they came running towards the father. That we've got guests, there's people coming to the city,
Yeah.
and Hazrat Lut al-Islam was scared because of what the people could do to them. So he invited them to his house.
MashaAllah.
As he was walking to his house, he was saying, my people have disobeyed us, wish there was something we can do. So the angels came to the house. Now, they were in human form at that time.
Yeah. At that time,
Yeah.
he didn't know.
Yeah, he did not
He
know.
was
They were
unaware.
just tall, handsome 3 men that
Yeah.
were walking in. And obviously his interest was to protect these travellers from
Those
the wrong that the men are doing in that
people.
city.
Yeah.
As they came into the house, Hazrat Lut al-Islam's wife, she managed to pass a message on to the people, there's 3 handsome men in the house.
Mm.
So the people tried to barge into the house, and Hazrat Lut al-Islam said, "No, they're my guests, I've got to look after them, I've got to protect them." And he said, "I've got 2 daughters, if you love righteous people, I will do nikah with them." They said, "We don't want your daughters, you know who we want, what we want, yeah?" And Hazrat Lut al-Islam said, "I wish I could do something." And at that time, Hazrat Jibreel al-Islam revealed his identity. Say, "I am Jibreel. You take your people and leave the city, but do not look back."
Yeah.
So they went. Nassim, it's just a really sad story, what happened here. The people went at nightfall with Hazrat Lut al-Islam towards Jordan. And Hazrat Jibreel Islam dug his wings into the earth and turned the city upside down.
Allah.
and lava, hot rocks were fired from skies, and the city was screaming. These were 3 punishments that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent on that nation, and it was destroyed.
Yeah.
Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, do not give the punishment until Hazrat Lut alayhi salam has given shahadat, and he did.
Allah.
He did, yeah.
Mercy of Allah.
And then Hazrat Ibrahim said, Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam said, do not look back.
Yeah.
Hazrat Lut alayhi salam's wife looked back.
Yeah.
She turned into a stone.
Allah.
Yeah, big rock. So in Jordan, you can still see that. I haven't seen it yet,
Right.
but they say it exists on the mountain. And then after the punishment, a certain time, Hazrat Lut alayhi salam came back to Sodom. He could not live there because it was all waterlogged.
Yeah.
So he walked up to top of the hills. This town is now called Bani Nam.
Bani Nam, yeah.
Bani Nam, and that's where his resting place is.
Subhanallah, look at that.
But the curse that took place, the punishment,
And that was
it
then.
it was then,
Yeah.
and you know, it's the area is now known as the Dead Sea.
Yeah, you told me about
yeah,
where nothing.
where nothing grows,
Yeah,
only floats,
Only
and
floats.
nothing lives in it as well.
yeah,
You know, you can float in that water.
because that was a azab from above, innit?
There's a mix of opinions as well on that place
Yeah.
that you should go or you shouldn't go. Okay, some people say the curse was at the time of Hazrat Lut alayhi salam. The
Yeah.
curse is not there now.
Yeah,
Again, these are opinions of each individual scholars,
yeah,
and what we say to people is, you ask your local people that you follow
yeah,
if you should visit or not.
yeah,
If they say yeah, you can go. Go. If they say no, no. Simple.
Simple.
There's nothing to argue about. Is
yeah,
there?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We leave that choice with people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Going back to the sects,
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
people who want
Yeah,
to. But alhamdulillah,
ask your people.
you've gained so much knowledge, Shaf, and I've seen this through you, alhamdulillah. And the thing is, it's just naturally kind of comes to you, and I've even seen it in the videos where you've actually, done talks on them, dictated to people, and showed them this is what's going on. Like we'll move on to that to another story about Dajjal. Recently, there's been a thing in Netflix that they've released here, and there's been hoo-ha about it.
Yeah.
Many people are saying, yeah, whatever, just a little thing. They're just trying to show you. But the true arrival of Dajjal, and obviously what you showed us where the well was and the tree was, could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. Prophet Hadith tells us, Hazrat Isa Islam will kill Dajjal at Babylon. Now,
Babylon, yeah?
Babylon, the city of Lud. Babe means the entrance, the gate.
Yeah,
If you remember watching the video
Yeah.
where I was stood,
yeah,
the small building, that's where the well was.
yeah,
But obviously it's dry now at the moment.
yeah.
And the old road used to lead to that well.
Mm.
Okay, obviously with developments, things
Yeah,
changed on
things
that in
change,
time. And that's where Hazrat Isa Islam will find the Dajjal. And if you remember, I was showing a tree.
The tree, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That particular tree, he will be hiding on it.
Look,
Yeah, and once Hazrat Isa Islam finds him, they will have a battle.
yeah,
And Hazrat Isa Islam, inshallah, will kill him.
yeah,
Okay, and once he's killed him, he will throw him in that well.
right.
So that's preserved from those days, brother.
Look at that. You mentioned before about wearing the ihram and going from there to Umrah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of
Uh-huh.
swab in that, yeah.
Of course. I mean, this is something which not many, masjids or scholars actually bring out forward.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see that. They should, if any imams or scholars or any Umrah, Hajj group organizations are watching this, please follow this hadith. You know what hadith Mother Prophet ﷺ is? When you go to Umrah or Hajj, when you go where?
Umrah or Hajj.
Umrah or Hajj,
Yeah.
wear your hiram from Masjid Al-Aqsa.
Subhanallah.
Wear your hiram from Masjid Al-Aqsa and proceed to the sacred mosque. Just for wearing your hiram, your past and your future sins will be forgiven, and you may be entered into Jannat.
Subhanallah.
Yeah? And then when you do Hajj Umrah, that reward itself is separate.
So can you cater for that?
Of course we can. Of course we can.
subhanallah,
Of
that's
course we
good.
can. Of course we can. If there's enough people, of course. But obviously the cost is slightly higher.
So you'll go from Palestine to Umrah, you can do that?
Yeah, how we would do that is we'll actually take you through Jordan,
Yeah,
where you can visit a few ziyarats there as well.
yeah,
So you've got your hiram on from Al-Aqsa. We go straight to Jordan. It's only a 40 minutes drive,
yeah,
and you're straight in Jordan. Obviously, excluding the immigration timing.
yeah.
And then once you're in Jordan, 4 or 5 hours of ziyarats, and off we go to the Amman airport.
Have you started the Jordan one yet? Or are you...
No, we do Jordan as well.
Oh, mashallah, that's very
Yeah, we
good.
do Jordan
Yeah, tell
as
us a
well.
bit about that. How does that work?
What we do is, we normally, once we've got the groups booked, 2-3 weeks before that, we put the Jordan details out to the clients at that time.
If they
want to add that on to the time limit. If they agree on it, we get a price and bang it through. So we try to do it within 7 nights.
Mashallah, very good.
So obviously they're not, going out longer. They're trying to cover it within that one period, one trip. And if people do decide to book the Jordan trip, then we create our travel timetable, itinerary, in accordance with all that. So everything's run smoothly.
So, some of these fights that you see, and obviously we know the Palestinian people are suffering, yeah? Where does all that occur then?
That's in Gaza.
Like, look, sometimes they say, no, in actual Palestine, they're saying it happens. Where Masjid al-Aqsa is like, they've closed it down so many times, there's been firing there. When does that occur then?
I don't know, Nassim, because I've never seen it.
I can
obviously, things do happen.
That
things do happen, like anywhere. I mean, what's happening in London?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, look what's happening is it New Zealand?
Yeah.
So, things can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, obviously, here is more on the limelight.
Yeah.
But, Nassim, I've never witnessed anything.
No, I can vouch for that, because I've seen you travel.
If you remember, I've even made some videos to showing when the security forces are on Al-Aqsa.
Yeah.
And I'm sat there.
Yeah.
No one's running around.
No.
But what people do is they edit them.
Yeah, see, kids will be playing football and everything.
And kids are still playing football.
Yeah.
I'm sat there.
Yeah.
And the security forces are sat next there.
Yeah.
No one's doing anything to anybody. But obviously, troublemakers will make trouble anywhere.
Yeah.
Be Al-Aqsa or be Faisal Mosque, anywhere.
So basically, it does happen, but Alhamdulillah, it's not happened.
No, it's not the way it's been portrayed.
Portraying, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So when's your next trip?
Inshallah, July.
MashaAllah. Next trip's in July, eh?
July. July 2020. School holidays.
Fantastic.
We want to get children coming as well, brother.
Right.
And children's rates are totally separate, obviously.
The youth,
12 below is separate rates.
Yeah. So obviously the youth will gain more knowledge at the same time.
Of course. And the thing is, Naseem, youth are the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, youth are the future of Al-Aqsa.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people, when they come back from Umrah, they said to me, oh yeah, we've been to Al-Aqsa, and ask them where. They go, in Medina Sharif. I'm saying, in Medina Sharif? I says, they go, when the direction change from Jerusalem side to this side. I says, what, that's Masjid al-Aqsa? They go, yeah. Brother, it's surprising. This is our Muslims.
Yeah.
Our Muslims thinking Masjid Qibla thing is Al-Aqsa.
Yeah. Well, people were actually confused with Dome of the Rock and Masjid al-Aqsa as well.
The whole compound
is
within the walls, Al-Aqsa.
Yeah.
The furthest mosque.
Yeah. That's what it means.
But, to understand, you have to be there.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I can tell anyone.
I mean, there's many people, like, obviously, who don't want to come on board with you first. I remember, when they were talking, and now, alhamdulillah, they're all saying.
Yeah. I mean, I've got companies local, out of town, Manchester, Birmingham, London.
Yeah.
I want to obviously link in.
Yeah.
But we don't want to work with nobody. We're separate, we're independent, and we build our reputation, and alhamdulillah. Yes, but if they're there from day one to give us the assistance, we will continue working with them. But obviously, they looked at this way. A new kid on the block, leave him to it. We're not interested.
See, this is the problem.
But now they're seeing, hold on, things are going better. You know what is?
I think everybody amongst us should help each other and not.
This is the weakness of our woman.
Yeah.
Everybody's out there to look after themselves.
Yeah.
I look at it this way: if somebody has been established for a decade or whatever, and they don't want to support you, but when they see you going further, they're interested. You know what? Allah Hafiz, that's my answer.
Basically. Well, I just want to say thanks a lot, Shah, for coming here today.
Thanks to you,
and enlightening us, and obviously for the people out there, I just want to say, if you guys want to come on board, and you guys want to take this fantastic trip and go visit the blessed lands and First Qibla, that's what it means in itself, First Qibla, and come on board and obviously come to Shah. And just let Shah know.
There's even one little message. Obviously, when we go to Pakistan, India, Dubai, we're spending thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Just the ticket in July, August, just to go to Pakistan is about £800-900.
Yeah.
And July package, I think you're looking at £800 for 7 nights, 8 days, half board with transfer. So you got your breakfast, you got your evening food, ziyartah, and it doesn't end there, brother. and the reward and benefits of visiting Al-Aqsa.
One more question. Have you spoken to any local mosques, different sects, about your tours?
Again, mosques, no. No one's ever
But different
shown
people,
any, if there is anybody out there, Naseem,
Yeah.
I'll be more than happy to sit with them and even deliver a talk
Yeah.
to give the awareness to the youngsters out
Absolutely.
there. And I think this is a
Because
failure.
the people who do come with you, they are from different sects.
Yeah,
Because
of
I've
course.
seen that.
Yeah, I do
So
take people.
obviously you've sat with them and you
Yeah.
told them. You've not
Yeah.
approached them much. It's fair
No,
enough.
no,
Because
no.
obviously you approached some Molanas and stuff, and
Yeah.
they weren't interested at that
They're
time.
not interested. Now those
Exactly.
same Molanas contact me. And Naseem, I tell them, when I was starting, you weren't interested.
Yeah.
Now you've seen things going further, you want to show interest. I said, I'm sorry, I don't work like that.
Yeah.
But if there is any educational institutes or masjids out there that want to obviously
Gain knowledge.
get involved or bring me on board to make this awareness to
Yeah.
the children out there, even adults, not a problem. I don't mind. They can contact you or contact myself. They've got your numbers.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Blackburn. Anyway.
Thank you very much, Shaf, for coming on my
Exactly,
show.
brother. Thank you
Inshallah,
very
hopefully
much.
see you again and see your
Inshallah.
trips again.
Inshallah.
Right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in for Face to Facts. Obviously, this time is a different one. We're giving you facts about Palestine, Jerusalem, and obviously, brother Mohammed Shaifiq has told you everything about it. Alhamdulillah. If you do need any information, you can contact us on us direct on enq@uctv.co.uk. That's enq@uctv.co.uk. Or you can ring our office number, which is 01254 413 118. Or obviously you can just message us direct if you like to. So there you go, guys. You've heard facts today of Palestine, of Masjid al-Aqsa, the stories from Mohammed Shaifiq, alhamdulillah, very good ones. And obviously you probably is kind of relaxed you a little. So you're thinking, yeah, maybe I should book. And like I said, if you do want to, it's a place to visit. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take us all one day, inshallah. Keep tuned. See you soon. Allah Hafiz.